We were in Maiduguri before, but when Boko Haram attacked, we fled to Michika. But unfortunately, they still killed my husband there. Very few women in this camp have husbands. We are mostly widows and orphans, and unaccompanied minors whom we are hoping that their relatives are in the camp in Cameroon.
Borno State, one of the northeastern states that bore the brunt more, is incidentally the state with the highest number of persons who are internally displaced, now either living in makeshift camps or being housed in host communities with aid coming from the United Nations, European Union, donor agencies and local authorities.
The food is not sufficient and there are no condiments. Sometimes we just eat boiled rice with salt. We want more food and we need the government to provide condiments.
With places like Bama, Dikwa, Dambua opening up and enabling us to have access, we felt that this was a good chance to come and reach the IDPs in Bama with the so much needed humanitarian assistance.
Last week we distributed it to over 2,400 households, which is about 28,000 individuals, and today we are giving them another package which will keep them up to the next 2 months.
Recently though, stories are emanating from some of the camps. And without preempting anything, we are on this journey to Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, where one of such care centers is located. It is not your regular built-up camp because the available ones are filled up. Rather, this open field, a host community ground, is the meeting point between the fleeing persons and the aid workers from the rescue committee who cater for the health of malnourished children while also feeding them.
But it's safe. We make sure it's safe for
This is Sulumbiri community in Maiduguri, Borno state capital, one of the communities that have been overwhelmed with the presence of internally displaced persons. But the interesting thing is that the International Rescue Committee, an agency of the United Nations, is on ground here and making sure that the lives of the people around here are rebuilt. So there are two sessions here. There is the nutrition side and there is the health session. So as soon as kids are brought into this place, they are weighed up to see how much they are weighing in terms of health, and they move to nutrition where they are fed with some good food and their health is also taken care of. By this, their soul and their body, so to speak, is put together and brought back, and these guys can reintegrate themselves into the society. Noticeably, the settlement is attracting and receiving the needed attention, but a whole lot more is required.
It's definitely a teamwork. One person cannot do it alone. One organization cannot do it alone. It's quite overwhelming, but we cannot afford to slow down because of the needs that are here right now. We are seeking for more support from able organizations as well and donors in order to meet up the high demands of these people, which are all aspects of basic human necessities that are lacking here. The IDPs and the host communities live together. We have some in camps and some unofficially in settlements, which carries most of the burden of the problems here. I can say that a lot has been done, but it's not enough. We wouldn't say we have not done anything. We have been here, we have been working, but more needs to be done. More needs to be done. We are happy at the end of the day, not by numbers, because the numbers are enormous. We're happy by the quality of life we're able to give a family or two. So that is how we measure our happiness and satisfaction. We have to be placed in strategic areas to pick the needs, because in as much as it looks like a whole crowd is here, there are a whole lot more at home. So we go down to their houses, look for the most vulnerable. In most cases, they have to be catered for in tertiary institutions, and IRC has put a place for this. We understand that this outreach activity can only cater for basic needs. Higher care centers have been in understanding with the organization, and we do refer patients that need critical care.
The IRC works in over 40 countries in the world and has been in existence since the 1930s. So soon, approaching 100 years. But we're very new as a program in Nigeria. And the reason that we came here was because we heard about the enormous suffering that was happening in the northeast part of the country, and in particular in Borno State. So we came in and we set up emergency programming that would help respond to all of the population who had fled Boko Haram, and who had gone into Maiduguri, who had gone into Yola, who had gone into displacement in Mubi. And we offered sort of health and nutrition, water and sanitation, and protection services to those displaced people.